Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour with DJ Kyle. I'm your host, DJ Kyle, and we have the pleasure to sit down with one of my fine friends. This is Jill from Wonderland Camp. Jill, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
What brings you here to the Happy Hour set at Lake TV?
Well, we just wanted to share a little bit more about Wonderland Camp with the community and let people know that we're hiring for the summer and what a great position it is for your student, college student, upper high school student to come out and work at Wonderland Camp.
That's awesome. Now, first, let's talk about Wonderland Camp. I had the ability to go to Wonderland Camp this last year, I guess, and I DJ'd for the Mom's Night Out. Mom's Weekend was amazing, and it was so fun. It was absolutely hilarious. All the ladies just had a great time. But Wonderland Camp is this camp that is just, I would say, off the charts. They're the things that the camp has to offer and the wide variety of, there's everything to do at this camp. So let's talk a little bit about the camp. Who's the camp for? What does the camp offer? And then we'll kind of get into the registration part of it.
Perfect. So the camp was built in 1969. It actually was founded by my grandparents, and it is a camp for people with disabilities. We start as young as 6, but we never age out. So last year we had a camper who was 92, his first time ever coming to camp.
Wow.
And he's planning on being there again this summer.
Oh,
so
that's great.
Isn't that great? And so the great thing about Wonderland Camp is it gives our campers the ability to do things they can't do anyplace else. Everything we have is adaptable. So we have a 40-foot rock climbing wall, but even if you can't use your arms and legs, we have big seats that allow the camper to feel what it's like to go up and down that elevation, even if they can't use their arms and legs. We have a giant swing. We have a pool. Of course, we go out on pontoon boats, and the Jolly Rogers pirate ship comes out and takes our campers out on the pirate ship too.
And that's another thing. Lake of the Ozarks, you know that to get down to your dock just about anywhere, well, there's 350 stairs and they go straight up. And so, you know, someone that might be in a wheelchair or not be able to climb those stairs is not able to get down to a dock.
That's right.
But
They
at
can.
Wonderland Camp, they can.
You're right.
I love it.
We have an accessible dock, and we have boats that are specially wired, or whatever you want to say. The equipment's in there to hold wheelchairs, and it's just a great experience. And
it really
campers
is.
can do all of those things.
Okay, so for someone that's out there going, this sounds like a camp that would be perfect, I would love to get registered. When do they begin? Are they open right now?
Yes,
or?
so we're open right now, and we are filling up pretty quickly. And so if you're interested in registering for the summer sessions, they start on Sundays, and then they end on Friday, and it's an overnight camp. And it gives a nice break to the families as well. We have 11 weeks of summer camp, and you can register at wonderlandcamp.org. And again, as young as 6, and we never age out.
Oh, that is great. And so what are some of the other things that a camper would be able to experience when they're at Wonderland Camp for the week that they're going to be there?
Well, some of the fun things we do in the evening, we have a talent show each week, which, let me tell you, is just so fun to watch and be a part of. We have a dance each week, so our campers will come and they'll bring dresses. We also have a lot of donated prom dresses and things like that people, our campers will change into. We have a carnival each week, and then each week has a special theme, and whatever is related to that theme, we do an evening activity related to that theme.
Oh, I love
so
it.
Even like we talked about with your farm animals, we have one week that's specifically a barnyard theme. And so we're hoping you're going to bring your goats and your baby goats, and we're going to get some miniature horses and some other fun things for our campers to experience.
But maybe I could trade. I'll trade a goat for maybe one of the mini horses.
I know.
Or something. Maybe
That would
go
be
home with
awesome.
something different, right?
Right.
So another thing that I really enjoy about the Wonderland Camp and just the experience that I get to see that the workers have such passion for what they do. And so someone is probably out there right now thinking, this is a job that would be perfect for me to be able to touch so many hearts and to be able to see the smiles on so many people's faces. So if I know you guys are hiring right now,
Yes.
and you're looking for a pretty big crew this year, because of course Wonderland Camp just keeps growing and more activities, more and more things. So how could someone get involved, and what are some kind of phases and places where they could be working at the camp?
Well, we hire about 100 people each summer. We have approximately 90 campers each week. And so we are looking for people who typically are 18 and older, but we do have some spots for 16 and 17-year-olds. And they would be counselors or medication aides, lifeguards, the ropes course team members. We train everybody for whatever job they're going to be in. It's paid training.
Oh, wow. So someone could come out, not ever be a lifeguard, but think it'd be neat to get some CPR training and learn how to be a lifeguard. You train them all of that, and then now they get to work the summer.
Right.
And then they still have something to take home. Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
And then they're paid weekly. And the great thing with working and living at the Lake of the Ozarks is that our staff is off at Friday at noon, and they come back Sunday at noon. Now they can stay at the camp too, so they have housing and all their meals, including meals on the weekends. But they get to enjoy the lake life. I mean, how fun is that?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, there's so much to do, whether you're 21 or older or not.
Yeah.
You know, there's still so many fun things to do on the weekends. And, you know, because our staff live and work together, they become fast friends.
Uh-huh.
And then they go and hang out and enjoy all the lake has to offer.
I've had the pleasure to hang out with several of the staff that works at Wonderland Camp and several of the students that go there. We did a fundraiser for Wonderland Camp. I think that was last year, and a couple of the winners from the talent show got to dance and sing, and that was absolutely spectacular. But again, one thing I love is that the staff is just like a family. You guys are just like a moving family. Anytime I go out and I see the Wonderland staff, I see everyone's just kind of like together as a family. And you're right, you work together and you get to see these lives changed and just the joy that you put on people's faces. And of course, that's just a bond. That's just an amazing bond. So
it's truly one of the jobs that you know you've made a difference in someone's life. You know, not every job has that, obviously. And this is one of those that you walk away and you know you've made a difference. And on Friday, when our kids leave, I call them kids, but of course they're all ages, they'll cry. They don't want to leave. They've become fast friends with the staff. And you're right, our staff goes above and beyond and gives all of our campers the time of their lives.
Yeah. Now, someone is ready to apply right now. How do they go about doing this?
So again, they would go to wonderlandcamp.org and they can fill out an application. They set a time for a phone interview because a lot of our staff are college students and they're all over the country, so we don't expect them to come face-to-face for an interview. We'll do a phone interview, and then we'll set up when they're going to be coming in for staff training and for the summer. And they can, if they have a family vacation plan, they can take a week off or 2 weeks off. We just are hoping that they're there for the bulk of the summer.
That's great. That's great. Well, Jill, thank you so much for coming on the show. And hopefully we'll get all of these positions filled at Wonderland Camp. So again, if you're looking for a great job during the summer months, please make sure you check out Wonderland Camp and make a difference in someone's life. So we have a lot more coming up on Happy Hour with DJ Kyle right here on Lake TV.